Good morning, Cougar fans. I'm Lee Spire alongside Coach Bursch, and you're watching Cougar coverage on the Illini Central Sports Network. Coach, it feels like it's been a month.
Yeah,
We've
it's been a long time.
had a lot of snow days, ice days. We haven't really had a full week of school. Haven't had the time to get out here, but it's finally Monday. It's finally Monday here at Illini Central.
We're finally back. Yeah, it's the first one in a long time.
Yeah, so we got a lot to talk about with high school, middle school. Start out from seems like a long time ago. We took down Havana to bring home the Duck.
Yeah, it does. It seems any high school basketball season's super long. It does seem like a long time ago. It was only a couple weeks. That was a big week for us. Started off slow first half, great second half to beat Havana. Won the county, so we get the Duck back. It's the first time we've had the Duck since I've been coaching throughout the year, so it's going to sit in the trophy case all the way till next year. So your senior class did what they're supposed to do and left it here.
Yeah, and they got to back it up next year.
Yeah, so it's great. It'll look nice in the trophy case, and like I said, hopefully it stays here for about the next 10 years. So, we followed that up with a win at Cornerstone and then a big win at Porta, Sangamo Conference opener. So, that was a huge week for us. Unfortunately, last week wasn't as successful, but we were playing some really good teams. And now we got 4 opportunities this week to see if we can do any good. So
yeah, and nothing to sit back on and dwell about. We only got seniors. We got to get 2 weeks left.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, we're at the end here. We got 4 games this week, so we are on the road at Maroa on Tuesday night. Wednesday night, we're finally getting our makeup game in with Greenview, so Tomahawk Conference game. Then Friday, we're on the road at Auburn, and then Saturday at noon, we're playing Chillicothe IVC at Monticello in the IPC Sangamo shootout. So big week.
Yeah, big week for us, and I know our high school girls have a big week as well.
Yeah, high school girls, same thing. Anytime we get snow days, it really messes with the schedule. So unfortunately, they have 4 games as well. Tonight they're playing here at home against Riverton. So we're playing a JV varsity game at 6, and then Thursday night they go to Petersburg Porta to play a really good Petersburg Porta team. Friday night they're on the road at Raymond Lincolnwood. And then Saturday, they are here 2 o'clock against Auburn in another makeup game. So
so get out to the Cougar Den. Only a couple more games left for the girls this year. So come on out, support them, and it'll be fun to watch.
And speaking of the Cougar Den, I do want to point out, Saturday night, it was as packed as I've seen it in a long time. I was here in 2005 when there was rows of people on each baseline, and it was packed house, and it kind of had similar vibes on Saturday. It was a great crowd. We obviously had a bunch of youth kids playing, but there's a lot of people here to honor Alan Stout, and we dedicated the new broadcast booth. So it was a special evening. For those of you that came out, I hope it brought back some good memories, and you want to come back out later this year. So.
Yeah, so I think that wraps it up for our high school side. And
yep.
Let's move on into the middle school side, and let's start talking about the regionals and the 7th grade ending.
Middle school boys. We've been talking about them. Well, I haven't talked about them in a while, but we talked about them in December. They're having a great season. 7th grade, unfortunately, fell short in the semifinals. A late 3-pointer sunk them in overtime. Still a great year for those guys. A lot of 6th graders playing up, a lot of 7th graders that showed a lot of improvement. So that was great. In the 8th grade, they won their first regional game, so they're playing Wednesday night in Mount Pulaski against Midwest Central, and what should be a great rivalry game. Our team's really good. Our middle school team's really good. Havana's are really good, and Midwest Central's are really good. So that's fun to see. It hasn't been like that in a very, very, very long time. I know Midwest Central just won their first regional title in 28 years in junior high, which is crazy. But it's starting to get fun around here in Mason County with the younger ages. And, hopefully our boys can pick up a win on Wednesday and move into the title game.
Yeah, and this is a team that they're going to play for the next 4 years. So
exactly. And, junior high doesn't mean everything, but you never want to lose to the Raiders. And we beat them earlier this year, so hopefully they can pick up another victory.
Yeah, and our middle school volleyball team is really getting going in the middle of their season
here. Yeah, they were kind of really busy last week. This week they're more light week. They play tomorrow night in Havana, and then they kind of got the rest of the week off. But they have some big games coming up. They think they got one more in Easton and the final 2 here in Mason City. So, the indoor sports are kind of coming to an end, which, it's always sad, but it definitely takes away a lot of the busy times for a lot of people. So if you're sitting around at home, come on out. We'll talk about our senior night in a few weeks. The girls is next week. We got a lot of great seniors here. I know in our senior night there's going to be about 22 of us. 22 of them get recognized. So come on out, see them before they're gone and off into the big world.
Yeah, and then before we know it, we'll be talking about the outdoor sports. So it's going to come really fast.
Yeah. It's we're already almost in February, and it doesn't seem like we should be, but yeah, the end of the year is just rapidly approaching. So
yep. So hang in there, and I think that wraps it up for this week.
Yep.
More like this month.
Yeah, this month. Yeah, the monthly podcast. But yeah.
Thank you for sitting down with me for another week, and thank you for watching. And make sure to look out in future weeks for more Cougar coverage right here on the Illini Central Sports Network.